Okay, so I'm guessing I'm the only one not looking at their deck.
I'm not sure why you wouldn't be.
I told you assholes to hold your
What the
banter.
fuck was my character name?
This is not the greatest things to hear. These are not the greatest things to hear right when we're starting game. Well, what the fuck was my character name?
I forget my own name at times. Shut up.
Okay. This is fine.
This is great.
This is fine. Alright, it seems like we are live. We are live and we are ready for whatever the fuck this is now.
Ready is a very strong word.
Alright, so
Gucci.
it took us 30 minutes to start. Because some of us were asleep. And some other of us...
What could you possibly mean?
And some other of us, who will remain nameless, were doing things I don't even know what they were doing. What the fuck was going on with you, Matt?
Well, we're named.
I mean, things were happening and thus, I just thought we were starting at a different time than usual.
I told you 6 yesterday.
I may have forgotten.
All right. So
Clearly a fantastic start.
and Anthony, you know, we can get away. You can get away with it. You were only 3 minutes late, but you were still technically late. So everybody who was late is going to start off with less duel points than Jake.
Yes.
I mean, that's fair if you don't think about it. It's fair at all.
To be fair, knowing Jake's backstory makes sense.
Not really.
No.
All right. So, guys, we are. I hope you loved the oh so amazing thumbnail that I made that just had the Duel Academy symbol and DARP in front of it. This is Duel Academy RP or DARP, if you would like to shorten it to a one-syllable nonsensical word. And we are going to be setting up today's game by getting all of their characters ready and getting them adjusted to their decks. And so we'll start off with one thing. Matt, what do you think of your deck?
Jake, you gave me a card. I can lose if I use it.
I'm sorry. I don't see how you lose by using it.
You don't?
I'm
don't
not
know
seeing
what
the
it is.
problem here.
I'm not sure which one he's talking about. Let me hear.
He just doesn't have the balls to use it
I
properly.
mean, you did more of Thunder, I mean.
Then you also have Neo the Magic Swordsman. So shut the fuck up.
You do have probably the highest attack monster start off. Out of
He's probably my best monster.
Oh, that one. You should play it all the time.
No.
You just don't have the balls to use it properly.
So we're gonna be starting off. We're gonna be using Matt as our little guinea pig for the entirety of this stream. He is Warrior Red. Say hi, Matt.
Hi guys.
We'll be referring to him as Matt, Warrior Red, and Disappointment through most of this entire endeavor. And as you can see, he has some index cards in his deck beside of him. We'll go over the index cards in just a little bit, but first we're gonna look through his deck. Why not?
Yeah.
So, whenever I was making this deck, I was mostly thinking of making him... Could you stop looking at it so I can go through it, please? Can you get off of it, please? Can you push the X button on the card list? There you go. You did it. You freaking did it. So, whenever I was making Matt's deck, I was mostly thinking of how I can separate his from others. And the way I did was... Is this the one you were mad at?
It's one.
I was making his deck. I was trying to think of how I can separate his decks from others. I made him a more defensive deck, except for I felt really bad in the end, so I gave him Neo the Magic Swordsman.
So you felt bad that he would be defensive by giving him the highest base attack monster out of all of us.
Yes, he does have the highest base attack 4-star of all of you, but the majority of his monsters are very defensive. I gave him some Chorus of Sanctuary. He has 2 field spells, so that's pretty good. He has Hoshingen to make it to where he has some good power up cards. And out of all the cards, he actually does have one of the easiest special summon monsters with Soul of Purity and Light. So his best cards in his deck are probably these 2.
Yeah, I think so.
However, the rest of the cards, he has Shield and Sword for making his defensive monsters attacking. Biomage. He has some spirit monsters. He has some low attack monsters.
Not that bad, though.
Light of
like what
Intervention,
you're
Ray
saying.
of Hope, Banisher of Light to get rid of some stuff. White Magical Hat I thought he might like just because of the aesthetic.
I do appreciate the white magical hat.
Light Force Sword, mostly anything that has like light involved I threw into it. Every one of them has a fake trap in their deck.
Oh, do I have 2 electric snakes? I didn't
Yes,
know
you do.
that.
And of
That's
course, I
already
had to give him
there.
the immortal. I had to give him the Immortal of Thunder. When you flip him up, you gain 3,000 life points. But after this card's flipped, you lose 5,000 life points when it's sent from the field to the graveyard.
Oh, yeah, I would lose.
You just need the emergency eject card, man, and then
Or-
you send it back to your hand.
Or if you, you know what? I'm not even gonna help you with this. There's an easy way you can circumvent this. Anyway,
No one help Matt.
Ray of Temperature,
just
Petite
play
Angel,
it
Fairy's
yourself.
Gift, Outstanding Dog Marin. Look
I
at the
like how
cuteness that
outstanding
is.
it is.
Look at the cuteness that is Marin.
Shuffle the deck.
Dark Witch, Dream Sprite. I gave you some really cute cards.
Yeah,
you have
did.
some really cute cards. So, the first thing you guys might notice is that every deck is 30 cards, and his deck is not that bad. His deck is a very defensive deck, but it's not that bad. The biggest problem he's gonna have is how to actually deal life point damage.
What are you talking about? He plays Neo the Magic Swordsman.
Yes, and if that one monster ever gets defeated, then he's fucked.
I have a few
Pretty
ideas,
much.
actually.
If
I have a
Neo
few.
goes down, he should just kill himself or put his hand on his deck.
So now we're gonna be looking over Will's cards. Will, what's going on here, man? How are you doing today? You were also late, weren't you?
No, yes, I was.
No.
I was just sleeping one though. I wasn't the dork like Matt.
So we made his deck on stream, so we all know exactly what's in this deck. We have some Petite Moss, some Laser Cannon Armors. He doesn't have a lot of options as for actually doing a lot of damage. The best things he has are his monsters that can be special summoned with Pinchopper here. Pinchopper is probably the strongest card in this deck. He as well has his Fake Trap, but most of his cards are about basically waiting until he can put out an Empress Mantis or a Pinchopper. Empress Mantis is probably the strongest card in his deck. A Manipulation of Ants with Pinchopper, as we saw on the stream, was a pretty good combination. Reckless Greed to get him some cards. He has 2 Pinchoppers in his deck. I forgot I gave you 2. But most of his other cards are kind of really meh. I think Flying Kamakiri #2 is the strongest 4-star in his deck. He has 1 field spell in Forest and mostly Cocoon of Evolution and Petite Moss. It's an interesting deck. We gave him Maneater Bug because I felt bad for him.
I mean,
That's
that's
my
stable.
dual spirit.
Your Dual Spirit's Petite Moth.
I was gonna say his dual spirit is basic insect.
But yes, we already went over this deck on stream, so we shouldn't really have to go over it too much right now. Speaking of decks we went over on stream, I believe we went over yours as well on stream. Did we not? Did we not, Anthony?
I don't know. I missed that one.
This is Anthony Skull Collector. He is doing some dragons. He is the only person in the entirety of the game that actually starts off with an extra deck. His amazing extra deck of Darkfire Dragon.
The most dangerous creature in all of
That
the game.
thing's OP as shit.
I wondered why you put Firegrass in my deck, and then I sold it Darkfire.
And then
So-
I saw my only fusion.
He has Darkfire Dragon, but he has some pretty strong monsters. He has Yamatron, the 5-star 1600. Out of all the decks, I'm worried for Anthony the most, I think.
I can't imagine why.
But he has some lizard soldiers. He has some pretty good attack monsters. The best part about his
And
deck, however,
Firegrass.
the best part about his deck is, however, getting out the stronger monsters. I gave him some twin-headed behemoths, and he has Stamping Destructions to get rid of other people's cards, and of course Polymerization to fuse into his amazing Darkfire Dragon. But he has the ability to actually swarm the field pretty well if he uses Polymerization at the right time. But he also starts off with Lord of Dragons because I felt bad for him. Which will stop all of his dragons from being targeted by some things. Mountain for some pretty good stuff. Dragon's Gunfire with Stamping Destruction for some effect damage. His strongest monster in the deck is Ryoran, which is a 2200, 2600 defense. I gave him Burning Land again because most of the cards in his deck are going to be doing some effect damage. So Burning Land is going to be pretty interesting in his deck, I will say. Since just about everybody will use a field spell.
I can't wait to fuck it up.
Winged Dragon, Dragon Treasure, Thunder Dragon, the 5-star 1600 again.
I looked away for a second. I heard Winged Dragon, first instinct, Winged Dragon Aura, but I doubt that you don't love him that much.
Firegrass for his dark Fire Dragon, of course. Another Thunder Dragon. He has 2 Thunder Dragons, not 3. 2 Petite Dragons because of the
And
derp.
you need to get twin-handed Thunder Dragon, man.
And he actually has a rare fake trap.
Oh. It's worth 2
splurging
cents.
on him, I see.
Typhoon number 2, just because I really wanted to give him this card.
What the fuck is that even? I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's Typhoon number 2, man.
Where's the other one?
Grey Wing, more Winged Dragon, Baby Dragon rounds up the roster. I'm mostly worried for Anthony.
Yeah.
But if he plays his deck right, he could actually get somebody out with effect damage, which is pretty good.
The best way to win.
And finally, my favorite, not favorite deck, favorite person. Here we have Jake M. Kitty. He's gonna be going on with his nice warrior deck. At first I thought his deck might be a little OP compared to the others, and then I decided he's my favorite, so I don't care. So no, I'm playing.
Anthony, stop shuffling.
But no, his deck is all about a bunch of low-level monsters doing some low-level things. He has not a single monster, I believe, over 1800 in the deck, although I might have changed that. I don't know yet. Of course, he starts off with Fake Trap.
I have Judge Man, but nothing that I can
Okay, so I did put
sacrifice
Judge Man
over
in.
1500.
He
If
start-
I want anything over 1500, I have to sacrifice.
He starts out with his Fake Trap, but of course, all of his cards are really low-level monsters doing their low-level monster things. So, you know, I gave him some equip spells to actually balance it out. But most of the equip spells are the Guardian equip spells, which are not amazing. But he has Sojin for his effect card, or for his field card. Princess of Tsundere, or Tsurugi, there we go. He has all the Sasuke Samurais except for 3, because 3 was just really bad. So I left out 3 and 4. Maybe he can get 3 and 4 later, who knows. But, you know, Wicked Breaking Flambar, Judge Man, the strongest card in the deck, Protector of the Throne, Queen's Double. I actually gave him a lot of cards that were about, like, queenly and stuff like that. So, like, Protector of the Throne, Princess of Tsurugi, Queen's Double. I thought they'd be pretty neat to put in his deck. He has a stuffed animal.
Dual spirit, my spirit animal.
We have Dragon Manipulator, so he can go against Anthony and win.
Fuck you.
Shooting Starbow Seal, Butterfly Dagger Elma, D-Human, for just because. Dream Clown, which I thought he would really like, but he hasn't mentioned it at all. And of course, Celtic Guardian.
There's the
Celtic
Guardian.
Best Guardian.
And another Armed Ninja and stuff like that. So his warrior deck literally only has one monster that is above 2,000. One monster that's even above like 1,500, and that is Judge Man. So the weakness of this deck is, of course, the fact that he only has one monster that can really do much of anything. But the strength of the deck is that all the effects that his monsters have. Let's see here, looking over at the things here. What does the what do those Saku whatever's do? Oh, the Sasuke Samurais? They each do different effects. And number 3 was really bad.
I forget, isn't his like discard or make it so your opponent draws until they have 7 cards?
Yeah, it really helps out your opponent more than it helps out you at all. But there's also Sasuke Samurai 4 as well. I just didn't give you that one.
Holy shit.
But yes, those are the decks that we have right now. Over here we have the dueling arenas, as we see, and I have them all set up in front of each other. They're not really going to duel unless I really want them to right now, but we're really just here to flesh out the characters a bit. So of course, I'm starting off with our guinea pig as always. You took out 3 and 4, so what's 4 do? Honestly, I can't tell you what 4 does because I can't remember. I just know that there is a 4. And I have it, but I haven't given it to him yet.
There is a 4.
There is a 4. I just don't remember what it does. So of course, let's go to our guinea pig over here with Warrior Red. Move his really defensive deck out of the way.
It's really great.
4 does something really fucking interesting.
And of course we have
have
our things, and he has fucked it up by putting them in the wrong order. There we go.
Excuse me.
I didn't do that.
So at the very top, of course, he has his name, which is character name.
Yeah. Love it.
Change your name.
His name is.
You have to right click it and go down to the description areas, and you can see that I have stuff written there.
Oh, I
There you
see.
But the character name is, of course, his character's name, his active deck, the number of D-draws he has left to be used. The D-draws, again, are the Destiny draw mechanic I'm going to be adding for the game, which I'll explain later. The number of D points he has, which is going to be the currency of this thing. You'll need 5 D points to get a regular kind of shitty pack. So just letting you guys know that right now.
Fun.
And the ante of his deck, which is basically the best card in his deck. So as of right now, I'm guessing that would be Soul of Purity and Light.
I don't know. What about darkness?
But anyway.
Into the darkness.
But yes, I wanted to go over everybody's things. You still haven't changed your name. I've given you all this time. There you go, Tobias.
Yeah.
Again, your name's gonna be Tobias.
Bias.
Somebody is putting out a
synonymous with disappointment.
Oh crap, are we American?
All right. So
No, I am.
basically, at this point, the active deck he has right now is, of course, his light deck if he wants to put that in there. And the ante would be Soul of Purity and Light, because that is the best card in his deck. So, knowing that, we go down to his active skills. His active stats are the 3 stats here: Physique, Dexterity, and Fortitude. These are going to be stats he uses outside of dueling. Maybe one of them inside of dueling. I'm not going to say it too much out loud, but these are the 3 stats he's going to have. These are his 3 physical stats. So, with these, he will have 9 points that he can put anywhere on this. And whatever those points he puts in here, those are going to be the modifiers he uses for his dice. So, of course, Physique is going to be your defensive and your offensive thing. So, punching somebody or getting punched is going to be Physique. It's also going to determine muscle mass. If you put too much into your Physique, I'm going to have you change your face claim accordingly, because apparently they are jacked.
Can I go into the negatives?
You actually can.
Strong.
You actually can go into the negatives. I'll get into that in just a second. But anyway, if you would like to, you have 9 points. You can put anywhere on this, on your active stats.
And may you describe Dexterity Fortitude for this type of game?
Dexterity is, of course, your ability to move or your ability to do sleight of hand and things like that. Regular dexterity things from D&D. To also determine your speed. So with dexterity, you'll be run fast, do fast things, do flips if you would like, if you could do flips. All the things a good duelist needs. And finally, we have Fortitude. This is going to be a pretty interesting stat. This is mostly your brain, your mind, your mental fortitude. You guys are used to this stat because you've been in games of mine, but mental fortitude is going to play a lot in games like this, especially if you are, I don't know, sent to the Shadow Realm. Who knows?
Stuck in a shadow game.
But mental fortitude is basically your ability to combat any sort of mental attack, be that regular or otherwise. So, of course, it could be somebody being really charming to you. Maybe you can use your mental fortitude to not, like, think with your lower head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Not gonna go into too much more than that. But it'll also be for more it'll also be your defense against more supernatural things.
I see.
So you have 9 points.
Is there a max?
There is no max, and if you would like to, just like any other of my games, you can take away 3 points from any of these stats and go into negatives.
Those have always worked out well for
I
us.
feel like if I go negative in physique, I might have to have a wheelchair.
You will not need to have a wheelchair.
Unless you go really deep.
The lowest you can go, of course, is up to
Negative?
3 points. So you can only go up to a -3. And again, only 3 points. You can't go -3 in everything.
I just have -3 in all 3.
There you go.
What are you doing? I'm saving it.
I'm saving them all. Just dump them all in the physique in the last game. But yes, as soon as you are done with that, everybody else, I have mentioned what the active stats are. If you would all like to work on those on your own. And once people are done, we'll go around and look at the active stats, and we'll talk about them.
Okay,
So while everybody is doing that,
Okay.
I have gotten a few things ready for actually showing off stuff in the actual game. So we have some pretty interesting things that I can show. First things first, I am going to be trying to show off a little bit more of a visually to the players and to you guys what's going to be going on. So I have several items here that I'm going to be using for that. The first item, of course, being this little day-night token here. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. So
You okay, Rachel?
Yeah.
your cat all right?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
She
But
doesn't
mostly what this is
shred
going to
it.
be doing is letting everybody know what time of day it is. So if it's day or night, I'll just flip this over. Boop, it's daytime. Boop, it's nighttime. Just little neat things that are going on there. Glitchy, you don't have to know what's happening, man. Just let it happen. I've been talking about this for weeks though, so you should know what's happening. But no. With that, I also have weather and other things, and you guys need to work on your sheets and stop interrupting me.
I am working on my sheet.
I'm playing with you guys. But no, I also have other things such as weather and things like that in here, but I'm not really going to bring that out right now. And I'm still working on stuff as well. It's not actually ready yet. Not everything is ready as of right now. So we will be working on getting other things ready before Thursday. And there's something in my throat. I haven't eaten today, so
Fantastic.
might just be
Pretty
kind of
good.
going a bit hungry and or a bit dry in the throat. You see Pokemon up there. No, you see, I was still thinking about what games to do. So we do have some stuff for Pokemon for a Pokemon game if I planned on doing it. The Yu-Gi-Oh game stuff is all in here though. But as we have just went through that, I'll show off some more stuff later. We are going to be going to let's see if one of them's done. 1, 3, and 5. You're not going to go negatives? You're not going to go
So-
negatives,
No.
Tobias?
You sound almost disappointed.
But yes, basically 1, 3, and 5, meaning this person is average in their physique. They are about the same level of physique as I would say somebody like Chumley or Cyrus.
Oh.
I'm playing.
Oh. I may have to change something.
No, I'm playing around. You're not. I'm just playing. But no, they don't have anything really special in their physique. They're normal for their age. Which is high school age for any of those who don't know. So it'll be around 15 for a Japanese high school, for a 3-year high school. So they are around 15 years old. For a physique of 1, that's fine. Dexterity is 3. They're a little bit lithe. They're a little bit able. They're able to move around a little bit. And of course, probably the strongest stat in this part of the game right now, Fortitude. Because again, you don't want to be swayed too much, do you? I can't wait till one of you guys have some negatives in this.
Fuck.
I know one of you are going to do it. I just don't know which one. So, we have 1, 3, and 5 here. That is the 9 points you're using. He decided to be a bitch about it and not go into the negatives, so you all can make fun of him if you want. We're going to go over to Will. 1, 5, and 3, the exact opposite in the last two, but still the 1 physique. So, you're pretty dexterous. If you would like to, you could do a flip.
A what?
You could
Oh,
do a flip.
Yeah, just like I always wanted.
But of course,
really-
with their Fortitude being around like an averagey thing, they might be a little bit more susceptible to some charming and stuff like that. The bottom 3, they're not. You messed up. I never mentioned your passive stats yet, by the way.
I can assume them.
Your assumptions are completely wrong. Anyway, I'm giving you a completely different set of points for that. 5 points allows you to do flips. That is right, Levy. You can do flips. Okay. Oh, we have somebody who has a little bit more physique. Ooh, look at that. 2.
Oh god.
Two. Oh, fuck off.
I decided not to be a bitch. I put -1 in physique and put in dex.
You're still a bitch though.
You went for a -1? All right, cool. Now you have the dex of a king. You could do 2 flips.
I could double jump IRL.
But no, going over here
Throw Genji
to
over there.
wait. So wait a minute. I forgot. I didn't actually see the name of your character. Yamaguchi. Mikoto Yamaguchi. Okay, there we go. Mikoto.
Foreigner.
We have Tobias and Mikoto.
I thought everyone else was gonna be Japanese.
I mean, here's the
Well,
thing.
Will,
You can be
again.
whatever you want to be. This is an island in the middle of the ocean. Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Front or backflips? Well, it takes it. I'll say around 7 lets you do backflips. So you can just run around the Duel Academy going, you can't touch this backflip. So
Clearly, you're boosting your acrobatic skill.
we have Magnus here, who is gonna have his 2 physique, 3 dexterity, and 4 fortitude. You have above average strength. You're kind of you can punch some dude. You can punch a dude. Dudes can be punched.
They can be punched.
That's neat. And finally, we have Jesse over here. With the -3 in physique.
I am no coward.
You are the coward.
Oh my god.
Holy. Oh my
The
God.
-3 in physique with 6 dexterity and 6 fortitude. The highest fortitude in the game, I believe.
Yeah.
And the second
My
highest
mind is a
dexterity.
fortress.
The highest
just too dense.
the highest fortitude and the second highest or the highest dexterity or second highest dexterity. There we go. And you have your character name down here for both. You have Jessica Ashford. Her name is Ashford.
I was like, well, I'm gonna be a rich bitch. Let's use some rich family from Resident Evil.
Oh god. I should probably put the last thing then
Okay.
It's down there.
It's Ashford, man.
for me. Is it
I actually really like how Jake did that. On the bottom, if you guys want to, put down your last name, and at the top you can put down like a nickname-ish type of thing if you want. But we'll get to that in a second after I use my guinea pig again. So, guinea pig.
Yo.
You can see that the active stats aren't the only stats you have. On the next little thing here, you have passive stats. What these are going to be doing, and none of you guys are used to this, by the way. This is something I'm doing just for this game. None of you guys will be used to this in any of the games I've made, at least. These are stats you do not roll for.
Oh.
Neat.
These are stats that are basically your baseline. If anything ever rolls over that, then you don't. Then bad things happen for you.
Oh.
But it also determines the rolls that people need to get over for certain things, such as looking on instinct. You'll have a passive instinct. If anything ever rolls under that instinct, then you are going to be able to sense it. If it is physical, basically. So your instinct is going to be like if a cat runs by you, will you notice the bush will you notice that the bush that just shook that a cat was in it, or will you think that there's a monster in it? You know what I mean?
It's Jinzo.
So basically, these points are going to be pretty interesting for you. Your knowledge is going to be how much knowledge you actually have in classes and other things. If I were to ask you a question that you guys, like out of character, do not know the answer to, you could be like, do I have enough knowledge to know that? And I'll be like, sure, you do, if you have enough. And your charm, of course, is going to be your ability to have others see you as something greater, or something more attractive, or something something charming of that nature. Any sort of interest that someone may have in you. So your charm is right now 0, knowledge is 0, instinct is 0. These are not stats you're rolling for. So you have more options here. You have 30 points
Whoa.
Holy fuck.
with a maximum of 20 in any of these stats.
Of course.
But with these 30 points, please go ahead and put things in there. You can of course just go 10 10 10 if you want to. If you'd like to do other things, you can. You cannot go into the negatives though, because if you were in the negatives, then you will automatically lose any rolls that happen with these.
That's true.
So you have 30 points.
Done.
Oh God, let's
It's
go.
like- it's like
Let's go the opposite direction this time. Let's start off with Jake.
That was so fast thing in the world.
Done. Done.
this is like
So we see
30.
0 instinct, 15 knowledge, and 15 charm.
I don't even know what danger is.
What?
Which one is passive again?
These
The bottom ones.
are your passive stats.
Oh,
What's
okay. So
danger?
passive is not a stat in itself. Okay.
No, passive is not a stat in itself. These are your passive stats. So, with this means that no matter what happens around you, you will have no fucking idea what's going on.
Fantastic.
Unless somebody tells you, you're gonna be like, what was that? That was a cat. What was that?
That's fine. I don't worry about anything.
Your knowledge, however, is pretty decent. You were gonna be able to know just about anything in the actual school situations. I will ask you guys questions, and if it is something that your knowledge can just kind of tell you, you can be like, hey, is my knowledge enough for this? And I'll be like, yes or no. And you have a pretty good stat for that. And your charm, of course, people are gonna look at you in awe, and they're gonna be like, ooh, a rich girl.
I'm gonna hair flip so hard. There's gonna be sparkles.
You're gonna flip the fucking hair for the sparkles? That's great. You did it. Let's go over here to Anthony. Okay, a little bit more average stats, a little bit more average. 5 instinct. Nobody has instinct. 10 knowledge and 15 charm. People are gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, ooh, it's the mysterious dude, or ooh, it's the sexy dude, or ooh, it's that guy who never talks.
Considering who my face is, none of those fit.
Oh God, they're gonna think of you at some point. You're gonna be pretty charming for the way you look. Again, you're gonna be pretty charming. I wouldn't, if you didn't think your character was charming, you probably shouldn't have done that. But whenever you try to get people to do things, or to have people like look at you in any other sort of way, they're gonna be like, hey, that guy's pretty good looking or pretty charming. Interesting.
This is gonna be fun.
Knowledge is pretty good. You'll be able to bypass a few questions at the very least. And instinct, you will have a chance, of course, to sense that cat that runs into the bush. Jake has no chance because nothing can roll a 0. So
Yeah.
I would have at least put a 1 in there, but
What's spatial awareness?
We're gonna go over here to Mikoto Yamaguchi here, who has a 10 in instinct. Actually, there we go. We have somebody doing some good instinct things over here, and a 15 in knowledge. You're gonna be pretty good, able to answer a lot of questions without having to actually have knowledge of this game. But with a 5 in charm, you're not really gonna convince many people of anything around you. Nobody's really gonna look at you in an extremely high light. Your charm is interesting. If they could still of course be charmed by you if they get a low roll, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a little hard for you.
I mean, anyone can.
I can ask for someone to get me a soda, but I can't ask them to get me a BJ.
Here's the bad thing. Even if they nat 1, I don't even think Jake's gonna be able to notice anything for his instinct. I'm not sure what's worse, a nat 1 or a 0. We'll figure that out. And finally, oh my fucking God.
Let me see that.
So,
let's see what Matt did.
We have a 10 in instinct, a 20 in knowledge,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and a 0 in charm. All right, so
me and Jake are the most charismatic creatures on this fucking game.
So at this point, people are not going to see you in a very good light at all.
like a 0. Really.
You're not gonna be able to convince many people of anything, or like do anything with a lot of people that requires you to be charming. No one's gonna ask you out to like a restaurant or anything. They're gonna be too worried that you're gonna like spill spaghetti on your shirt and embarrass them.
That does kind of go into that too.
However, when it comes to schoolwork, you can just be like, does a 20 beat it?
You're making it sound really bad.
Does a 20 beat it? I mean, yes, a 20 beats it. No, you're fine, man. This is fine.
Maybe I should alter it a little bit.
You're fine.
Here's the thing. Just like with Jake, I would ask you guys to at least put a 1 in your stats so that if they nat 1, you can be better than them.
Okay, so since you're kind of giving me this a little bit, come back to me later.
And you come back, the stats are even worse somehow.
So I did not
instinct a negative.
You cannot put anything in negative.
I'm just saying, Matt, I think everyone's gonna think you're a serial killer. Not like a charming serial killer like Christian Slater, just one of those guys that you're like, oh god, are they bombing the school today?
Like Christian Slayer.
They're just gonna like, they're gonna come out and be like, looks over at Matt's character. Is he in a good mood?
Are we gonna die today?
Is this the day where he's gonna gun us down?
Is this the day he's gonna snap?
Okay, I altered a little bit.
Oh god.
Let's see how it is. You should just put a 1 in charm.
Okay,
bitch.
so your stats are basically gonna be the same as Will's stats. That's fine.
But they are the same as mine. Go back to 0.
Oh, they're the same as him. Oh man, you're right. I need to alter.
You need to give yourself a 1 in.
Well, while you are altering it, we are gonna go over to this side of the table here, and we're gonna start off with Anthony and Will here, with the last and final parts of these sheets. So we have grade.
I gave myself a point in instinct.
We have grade. The grade is going to determine the class that you're in, basically. So Slifer Red, Raw Yellow, Obelisk Blue. Your card rank is the rank of the cards in your deck. As of right now, we can go ahead and probably say that you guys don't have the best card rank, but we'll give you that when the game actually starts. Your test scores are automatically going to be a 0 right now because, well, you guys just got into the school. And your win-loss record is going to be there, so anytime you guys win a game or lose a game, you'll be keeping a record there. And all of these stats together will decide your grade whenever it's time for you guys to either go up a grade or down a grade. You guys go down a grade, you are now in cardboard. You thought that the shack that Slifers live in is rough. You're gonna be in hell now. But these are stats you guys can't really affect right now. These are stats that you guys are not going to be able to really do much of anything with. However, if you guys remember, I told you guys what you guys are going to be whenever you made your characters. So we're going to be going over your characters a bit more in just a second. Let me go down here and... Okay, 15 Instinct, 10 Knowledge, 5 Charm? That's fine. I think that's Anthony's stats. I'm playing.
No, you're not looking at mine.
I'm playing.
I was gonna be upset.
But no, I'm playing. That's pretty good. You're going to be more instinctual than the others. You're going to be able to sense a lot more things than the others will be able to. Anything happens around you, boom, you know about it. Your knowledge, you're going to have to probably rely a lot on your own knowledge of the game. And charm, not a lot of people are going to look at you and be like, "Hey, that guy's sexy." But that's fine. You don't have to worry about it too much.
I'm pleased with mine.
With all of this happening, however, remember when I told you guys, like what would happen whenever you guys were starting your game. So anybody who started off in a preparatory school, which I believe is only one of you.
Hi.
Did anyone else start off in a preparatory school? I think it was just Jake.
I think it was just him.
Okay, so you are going to be starting off. If you put on your grade, go ahead and put beside grade that you are in blue or obelisk blue, if you would like. Because that's what happens when you go to a preparatory school.
Damn it, Will.
All right, now the level of duelist the three of you were at before you came to this school. We had already went over that at one point. One of you said that you had dueled around a little bit. You're somewhat professionally, not really a pro duelist, but you dueled in tournaments a lot. I believe that was Anthony, was it?
Hi.
Yes.
It was.
So you will be starting off, of course, in the highest that you can without going to preparatory school, which means raw yellow.
Yeah.
If you put all points in physique, do you instantly become Ryuji and think you're a phantom thief? Yes. Yes, you do.
Don't make me change
You also go around because you have no fortitude, and you're like, "Hey, I'm Ryuji of the Phantom Thieves. This is great."
Ryuji's fortitude is definitely a -3.
With that, the two that are remaining, I believe that one of you had just been given a deck by your brother.
Yes. Yep.
Just kind of like your brother's a pro, but you were just kind of given your deck and just like, meh, I guess. You're kind of pretty much a complete noob at this game.
I play Dungeon Dice Monsters.
You play Dungeon Dice Monsters.
I'm actually really good at Dungeon Dice Monsters. I'm a retarded.
All right,
I'm
so
not sure
you
if it's what's
so
worse.
you as a complete nooblet to this game, please put that you are in Slifer Red. And Will, I believe that we had talked about your character before, but then we ended up changing it to something
like,
else.
multiple times.
Basically,
Yeah.
from what I understand, and tell me if I'm wrong, your character used to play like a while ago. Yes, your character used to play a lot. He used to be a lot like really knowledgeable on the game. And looking at your knowledge, you're still pretty knowledgeable on the game. You obviously kept up with some stuff, or you at least just know the mechanics enough from when you used to play that that you have a bit of a backlog in your mind.
Yeah.
With that, you probably went through your test pretty well, but your card rank was probably pretty low since you didn't have anything new, correct? And this is before, of course, you get your insect deck.
Which parent of mine died again?
I don't know how that's
Fantastic start, everybody.
It's an alarming sign that you don't remember that.
Which one of my parents are dead again?
Why not
It
all
was
of
my
them?
third father.
Well, your
You're
father
right, I
your
got
father
an
died
age.
your father died in the great car crash of '89. So
I could have sworn it was 98.
No, I
There we
want
go.
disease so that I could be at their bedside while they're dying, and then
Why do
they'll
you
be
want to
like,
be the saddest thing ever?
Because yes.
I don't
It's drowning,
understand.
you know.
what I would like to know is no matter which parent died and no matter how much of a sad thing that happened, when you went to take your test to get into Duel Academy, basically you probably didn't have the newest of cards. You probably used your old cards at that point.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much.
Unfortunately, your card rank would have been low. Your test scores probably would have been high at that point, but it would only be enough to get you would probably only be able to be a slifer at that point.
Yeah, and I also think Crowler's out to get me.
Yeah, Crowler's fucking he hates you, man. Let's just be honest. So go ahead and put beside your grade here that you are in Slifer Red.
Alright.
So right now we have 2 Slifers, an Obelisk, and a Ra that are going to be starting off this game. How are they ever going to meet? Who is to say? These guys know, you guys don't.
Can we meet in a bar?
So what is this game about? Never heard of it before, though. Seems interesting. Okay, so basically, Tio Luco, by the way, welcome. We're setting up a game for Thursday that we're gonna be having. That is a roleplay based on Duel Academy or based off Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So everything has been made by me. The entire system has been made by me, and these guys are gonna be basically learning to be friends and learning to go through their trials and dueling.
And emotional trauma from dead parents.
And emotional trauma from dead
that's
parents.
That's your thing.
But it's mostly just a character-driven / plot-driven roleplay, more akin to a story perspective than a combat perspective like in D&D. But it's going to be interesting. I'm about to go over more of the mechanics in just a little bit, but as of right now, the only thing that we've gone over are the decks, which if you go back in time, you can probably see the decks if you want to. But we just now got done with looking at the stats. So of course, going to our guinea pig here, he has beside his active deck is light. The number of D draws or destiny draws that he has is going to be 1 out of 1. I'll explain the destiny draw mechanic in just a bit. The number of D points, which is the currency or duel points on the island, is 0 as of right now because they haven't been to the island yet. And his ante right now, the strongest card in his deck, is probably his Soul of Purity and Light, which means that if he ever has to ante up a card when using this deck, unless his opponent says otherwise, he will be putting up his Soul of Purity and Light. His active stats are his physique level 1, his dexterity level 3, and his fortitude level 5, meaning that he's a very average physique for his age, which is around 15. He's pretty dexterous, he's pretty fast, but his fortitude, his mental acuity, is a little bit higher than most kids his age. And finally, Tobias Crow, I actually like that name. His passive stats are his instinct is 15, knowledge is 10, charm is 5. The instinct, knowledge, and charm are all passive stats that I'll have to roll against with a d20. And depending on the number that I roll, if it's less than his numbers, then he wins, basically. It's kind of think of AC in actual D&D, like your armor class kind of thing. He's starting off in Slifer Red because he sucks. So...
Wait, hold on. AC stood for armor class? I thought it was air conditioner. Man, I've been playing D&D wrong.
Get out.
I
of here.
want to fucking kill you.
Get out.
for a wreck because I only play Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Okay, so we have Tobias Crow here. We have Mikoto Yamaguchi. Of course, he does not have a nickname up here because nobody likes him.
It's
No.
Japanese.
He doesn't hang out with anyone.
I mean,
We have Magnus, just Magnus, because he doesn't want to give us a last name.
I'm trying to think of one. Fuck off.
Magnus
And we have
Revolt.
Jessica Ashford or Jessie, because she might have had friends at one point.
At one point.
I had friends. I caught a
so
Heracles
proud of my
beetle
stats.
once.
Now, with that, you guys can see you have quite a bit of room on your desks.
Oh shit, you.
This is because I want you guys to be able to show off your face claims at all times. That way people can see it. So first things first, I'm going to go to each of you and you're going to tell me your face claims. People who are watching, face claims are basically, because none of us are good at drawing, except for somewhat Will, I think. Will can draw some pretty good. Since none of us are good at drawing, we're not going to be drawing out our characters or anything. So we're going to be basing our characters off the appearance of other characters in media, such as games or anime or anything like that, any sort of art like that. I will ask anybody here, if you do use someone else's art, be sure to tell me or be sure to say so. That way you are, you know, if you're using just a regular character, that's fine. But if you use any artist character, be sure to let me know. That way we can say that that's what it is. But if you're just using characters from anime, who cares? So,
well, for me, I do have that.
so okay, and since Red is our guinea pig, we will start off with Red. We are going to be making a tile for him as well as a character piece for him. So first things first, go ahead and go into Skype and send me your characters. Oh my God, it's that guy, isn't it?
You actually decided to go with that guy, didn't you?
You actually decided to go with that.
If you don't want that, I have another.
I mean, I'd rather you go with another because I think that that's somebody's art and I don't know if you can trace that.
Oh no, that was drawn for me by an artist.
Oh, it's drawn for you. Then that's fine, dude. If you want to use that,
Oh yeah, fuck it.
I'm perfectly
Use
fine with
another
that.
one anyway.
If you wanted to use something that you commissioned, that's perfectly fine. All right. I was just worried that it was going to be someone else's stuff.
Oh no, I never do that.
Okay. Do you want to tell me the artist? That way we can tell anybody who actually drew this for you.
Oh yeah, it's a artist called Prince Phantom. You can find them on DeviantArt and such.
All
They're
right.
really kind artists and very cheap with commissions as well.
Okay, so if you would like to go, you can link that in the Discord. By the way, anybody who's watching, and the Discord link is below if you guys want to join in on us. We're not going to be in the actual stream chat during the actual games, but in breaks and stuff like that, we'll be going into the stream chat. That way you guys can talk to us or ask any questions or anything like that. We'll also, again, we'll be having breaks in the actual game, so. But we're not going to be going into the actual stream chat in the very beginning. But if you would like to link the artist in the Discord, I will go ahead and make your things. We go to components here, go to custom, and we are going to go first off to figurine. We're going to make a little figurine of this character.
No, we're not.
We're not? Okay, then.
Well, I
We're
guess
gonna
he's the
make it a
boss.
tile.
So I can just put that in the normal chat, right?
Yes, just put it in the normal Discord chat.
Okay.
Link is also there, says Levy. Thank you, Levy.
There's the artist, her DeviantArt.
There we go. I might probably end up putting a new back image on this later on, but right now we're just going to have it be a double-sided image.
Gotcha.
Where'd it come? Oh, there it is. It's over here on my part of the desk. We see this guy. Look at him. Look at how cute he is. Look at his eyes. He kind of does look like a Yu-Gi-Oh character, to be honest, with especially the eyes.
A little bit.
The sharp eyes are really part of that art style.
Okay, I'll admit, Matt, he doesn't look like he'll bomb people. It looks like he'll stab people.
That is true.
It looks like he's about to beat
So
the
go
shit
ahead
out
and
of
take
Robin.
your token over here if you would like to, and I'll make a larger thing so that we can actually see it, so that people can actually see it on the stream. So let's go ahead and make a token. I'll go with import. And we're going to move this over here and make it a little bit bigger. That way, whenever we zoom in on this guy, we can always see the mug that he is.
Nice.
Well, I do agree. I do want to mug him.
There we go.
He looks like mug you, but you can, you know.
Oh God, it's that. Oh God, it's that kid. I vote him for most likely to bomb the school award.
Do you have most voted for bombing the school? Yeah, maybe.
I might.
People,
Who knows?
what I think he does is, like, take a girlfriend home, cut off their limbs, hang them on his wall.
Okay.
Whoa, you escalated.
You escalated instantaneously.
I should probably stop.
You need to cut
this.
back on that
That's
JoJo shit,
escalated.
bro. You need to cut back on JoJo a little bit.
All right, who's next?
Jesus.
Who's next
Go
with
to
their
the
face flames?
psychopath.
I'll not mention what was gonna happen with the tongue.
Who's next with their face flames? Fine, I'll go with Jake because I know he's ready.
Thank you.
Oh, you are actually asking. Okay.
Yes.
So I have no idea where this character, who drew it, but I know their character from something called Girls Frontline, and she's based off the M19 Springfield rifle. In
Okay.
that, apparently.
Well,
Just 'cause there are
it
so
is
many
it is a
things.
character from an anime, so we'll go with that. If you'd like to put the link in the Discord, that way people can maybe search themselves. I'd like to find out if who the actual artist who drew this is, but it's an actual character from an anime, so we're not going to worry about it.
Oh boy. Does,
There you go. They're
does
probably in the
Japan
tags on the side, but
does Japan just turn everything into like something fuckable, or?
yeah,
I mean,
I
just
don't
about.
remember what they did with tanks and planes and boats.
God damn it, Japan.
All right, so let's go ahead and make a thing here. By the way, would you like to tell us anything about your girl here, like where she's from? Because I think you keep wanting to make sure I remember where she's from.
I'm from America, and I'm loaded
That's
with money,
good.
not bullets.
That's good to know.
with money, not bullets.
I thought I would emphasize
Japan,
that.
there's no gun laws. I'm really worried about Matt's character. I mean,
Puppy,
there
what
are
you
gun
whining
laws.
for?
You know what I mean?
God damn it, Will.
Puppy's
God damn
back
it,
there
everyone.
whining, guys. I don't know what he's up to.
What
What
a
do you
poor
want,
dog.
Puppy? You want up here? I'm gonna have to put Buddy in the game somehow. He'll be like your Pharaoh from GX.
Boy.
There we go. Look at that girl. She's ready to freaking play some Duel Monsters.
Can Buddy be the spirit that's in my head whispering stuff like, "It's your fault your father died"?
Why are you on this tirade? You're just all about
Have an
this
off
today.
button. Like,
Do
you
you
go at
ever-
11 all the time. Calm down, man. We haven't
Like,
even
Look, it's
started.
7.
Save it for when we get on the island. Then you start talking about
On
this
the
fucking
island.
the fucking smoke monster.
Rotate.
Holy shit. God, jeez.
And of course, we scale this up to whatever scale he wishes to have, so that he can just put it up here in the corner.
Now you can all see how great I am all the time.
All the time.
There's not enough sparkles. Do you have sparkle effects in your bag?
Shut the hell up.
Do you like a sparkle decal?
Okay, we are gonna go to someone else. You guys all posted them in the thing, didn't you? Oh God,
Yeah.
Anthony. Anyway, so
I-
let's go with
Will
Will first.
Oh no.
Let's go with
Okay.
Will first.
I don't understand why you don't you're so I don't understand. I think I did a great choice. But okay.
I mean, it's
Oh wait,
fine.
that's Anthony's table, so it needs to be blacker.
Shut the fuck up, Will.
All right, so first off, we're gonna be starting off with Will's character, the one who is going to be with the Insecty deck. Would you like to say anything about your character while I am putting things together? And oh my God.
Well,
And if
I
you-
would, but the last time I did, it was an 11.
Can you maybe explain something with that 2 or 0?
What's that one donkey called in not donkey, I forget what it's called in Winnie the Pooh that's always depressing.
Eeyore?
Eeyore.
Which is in fact a donkey, by the way. You were right.
I just
always
imagine.
related to Eeyore.
Just really depressing, but without the detachable tail shtick.
Little did you
I
know,
think-
Makoto Yamaguchi turned to
Damn
Eeyore.
it, now I just imagine my character, like, after like the father.
Look
dying
at
was
this
fucking
one.
Winnie the Pooh.
Look at how adorably nerdy he is.
He's unerringly depressing.
So the thing about my character is the reason his father. Not the reason
Oh,
his
no.
father is dead.
Really think about no. Okay, hold on.
The
Stop.
reason he has an insect deck is because
You shouldn't say why you have an insect deck, because that is
Oh.
something that's happening in the game, remember. Not something you had before you came here.
Explain.
I was talking about the reason he would choose insects.
Go ahead.
His father got along really well. Like
Before he
af-
died.
Exactly. He didn't realize that the reason his father went to work less was because he was dying, and they did bug catching together and all that kind of stuff. They did a lot of things together, and he always seemed sad, and he didn't know why. And now that he's older, he understands. And
See, I think I understand, one thing, and this is entirely a joke, by the way. I think I understand why your character has 5 charm. Every time someone tries to talk to you, even though you look kind of cute, you go, "So my father's dead." It's entirely a joke. I'm playing.
no, that's probably. Well, that's not a conversation starter. That's a first date conversation.
Let me tell
Wow,
you
that's
about
not-
my depressing backstory some more, and that's
Well,
why
that's not-
everybody doesn't want to be near you.
It's not a first date conversation. It's
They
a last
probably
date
try to
conversation.
keep me away from Matt at the very least. Like, they're worried that he's gonna implement me into becoming a serial killer.
Okay, and finally, we're going to Anthony's character.
Clearly the best for last.
Oh
You have
my
the last
god.
name so obvious, like it's gonna be great. Just Magnus. Magnus.
My name is
Magnus,
Magnus. I'm from the
Magnus, and
Magnus
I'm a-
family of Magnus.
This is my brother, Luigi Magnus.
Luigi
What's your
Magnus.
nickname? Magnus.
Wow. All right, so you guys might know who this is. Out of all the characters here, he's probably the most notable and the most recognizable.
No, he's like,
Oh,
I don't think so.
no.
I think he's from like a really underground source. Not a lot of people know who he is. I'm very edgy like that.
Watch, it's Goku.
Fuck off, it's Goku.
Bitch, I look like
Shut up, that was
Goku.
my-
Bitch, I look like Goku. All right, so here we go. I'm just gonna
Like
wait until I
Vegeta
put the
more
token down before really showing the picture,
Oh
though.
yeah.
Make that token. Can I make that token a bit bigger so they get a
where's
good
that?
view? Don't worry about it. Wait.
Forgot.
Wait, is it not the right picture?
No, it's the right picture.
Okay, so we have Magnus here.
What's up, boys?
Oh,
I'm
well,
very
that's-
tangled.
So we have Magnus here.
You really
Hi.
are yellow. Did you cheat to get in?
Shut up.
So would you like to
know.
tell us a little bit more about Magnus?
I would love to. Let me just get my thought together about what the fuck I thought of him.
I definitely want to hear it.
Alright.
He had to choose
Oh,
the
Mag-
saddest picture too. It's just like look at how he
It
looks.
was
He's
the
like,
only
"Aw."
one I found of him in a suit. Fuck off.
He's like, oh.
It's like, it's very fitting for the start of this whole shit show. So,
Right now, my character looks like he's staring at the picture, going, "My God, he's fucking depressed."
You can't stack
Don't leave me
those.
alone.
Those are bags.
Darn it. I'm trying so hard to make the Great Tower of John.
God damn it. Alright.
Who locked the?
Given building blocks.
Alright,
Okay.
so Magnus here. He was very not casual, but he wasn't the most competitive player. He did run a more risky deck, which caused him just as many losses as wins. The Archfiend deck, which, if none of you know, takes your life points for every Archfiend on the field, every turn. So he's very.
So you got
he's
a bit of
very
you got a
risk
bit of you got a bit of fame from that. Not really a lot. You weren't a pro duelist or anything, but you did win a few tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
But you lost as many as you won, if not more. Because again, Archfiends.
Archfiend, it comes with the territory. I like high risk, high reward.
All right. And we've asked everybody a few things about theirs, except for over here with our good friend Toby. So Toby, do you have anything to say about your character before we move on?
There's a few things. Like I said, he never really played Duel Monsters before.
Why did he all of a sudden start picking it up?
A lot. The reason why I started picking up is he started to get bored of Dungeon Dice Monsters. He was really good at it, but not a lot of other people were. It's not as popular as Duel
Mommy
Monsters.
decided not to update it.
Mommy.
This is different. And he was in a slump because of that. Although his brother, who was pretty decent and kind of known at the game,
Your brother is a
trying to
pro.
push him into it. Huh?
I said your brother is a
What was
pro.
My brother is a pro. He's known, and he kind of introduced him to the game, and thought he'd be really good at it. So we gave him a deck, a deck that he personally uses, and yeah, that's kind of what got him into the game. Family.
So with that, these four all went to their respective home areas, and they all went over and they studied up and they tried to get into the thing. Except for Jake's character, who was already in preparatory school, so Jake's character was automatically going to go to Duel Academy. But they showed up anyway. They all showed up at the exam hall, and they all took their exams, and they all got in. Every one of them got into the school, which is awesome. They got into the school with some pretty high marks. They all each had their own kind of good deck. We had Magnus over here with his Archfiend deck. Again, Jess did not actually have to duel. They were already going to be in the thing, so they didn't have to duel. We had the old deck that I cannot remember your name, Makoto. Yes. We had the old deck that Makoto had. It was very old, but it still worked, which was good enough. So he got in, and of course, Toby had the deck that was given to him by his brother, which won pretty well. It's just he didn't know what to do with them. He didn't really understand the true nuances of the deck. These two got put into Slifer. They pretty much, it's not that they just passed, it's just that one of them didn't have any new cards, so his deck score was down, and the other didn't have a lot of knowledge on the actual game, so his actual dueling score was down. So they got put into Slifer, whereas, of course, over here with Magnus, his brooding ass over here got put into Raw Yellow, because that's the highest they can put you if you didn't go into preparatory school first.
Should we switch pictures, Anthony?
No, fuck off. I'll go find another one at this rate.
You probably should.
Well, no, here's the
the
thing, guys. My actual end goal is to perhaps use any donations we get from the game to commission artists to make your characters for you.
Aw.
Yay.
So that might be one thing that we end up doing if we end up making any sort of donations from this. Speaking of which, I actually do have a bit to talk about with that. First things first, let's talk about the actual setup of the game. They're all going to be going to Duel Academy, and something is going to be happening to them to where they're going to be meeting each other, which that'll come into the game on Thursday. Once they meet each other, they're all pretty much going to be stuck together for a little while, and eventually we'll see what happens with what's going on with that. But they're already busy stealing each other's pieces, and...
What the fuck are you?
I know how we're going to meet. It's going to be the way we met in real life, a bank heist.
Of course.
You spoiled the first fucking thing already, Will. I can't believe you.
Sorry.
You had one thing not to talk about, and you fucking mentioned it.
Stream
Like that.
session
And they're
ticket
busy
timed
stealing other people's pieces.
out. Some weird message just came up onto the screen, guys. Is the stream still going?
Stream?
Oh no, that's the stream.
I'm gonna check on it.
Looks like it's still going.
Okay, a weird message came up onto the
it's still
tabletop
going.
screen saying that the stream may have stopped. I'm like, that's weird. How does it know? But yes, they will have all met at some other point during the actual game. We'll see what event led them to meet each other then, and then they will all have obtained their respective things that they have, their respective decks they have now. Because as you know, I mean, We heard that Magnus had an Archfiend deck, yet for some reason he's using dragons. That's weird. So we'll figure things out whenever that happens. But the actual setup of the game is every time you guys duel, you will get one of two things, if not both. You'll be getting duel points, and if you guys put up any cards, you'll also be getting an ante. The ante, of course, being the equivalent card that you put up yourself. So giving up Soul of Purity and Light over here, with the only ante we actually know of right now, will net him a card around the same level, if not better, than Soul of Purity and Light. But yes, once that actually happens in the game, we'll go into more on the ante rule. But almost, it's not going to be illegal or anything in this situation to do it. It's going to be kind of like Battle City rules almost with that. The duel points, for the duel points, they'll be needing 5 duel points to be getting a slightly okay pack. For the better packs that they want, they can save up their duel points for later, and I'm actually going to be having it to where there are going to be some interactions with the chat. If you guys want to, only if you want to, you can do one of 4 things whenever if you give any donations in the chat. I was going to make it to where you could do it regularly, but we get a lot of trolls in our chat, unfortunately. We have people who can get into the text-to-speech and kind of fuck with things and things like that, so we're not really going to be doing that. But if you guys decide to give a single, one of you explain Yu-Gi-Oh badly to me. I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh. Go play, go do stuff. But for any dollar you guys put in, you can do one of a few things for the group. You can either give them a duel point, just straight up duel point for $1, and again, every 5 is a pack for them. You could end up oh god, stop flipping everything. You guys are making trying to explain stuff and stuff's happening. This is great. This is how actual game's gonna be.
Just a lot of flipping and a lot of distraction.
If you give $1, you can also refresh their Destiny draw, which is a mechanic I'm adding to the game to where they can basically draw a good card out of their deck. If you give $1 and say a certain person, you will give them a Destiny draw. If you give us a regular dollar without doing that, I will give everybody a duel point. So 1 duel point for everyone to have a duel point. That's my own thing. Sorry about that. I messed up on that. And the last thing you can do is if you guys want to, let's say you don't like them.
Oh no, we're doing this.
Is this the fucking Hunger Games now?
Let's say you don't. Oh, no. Let's say you just don't like these characters and they're dueling. If you give in $2, you can give the opponent a Destiny draw.
Now, before you all start thinking about that, please don't.
Oh, no,
Do it. It'll be funny.
fun.
Do it.
Do it expressly
It's gonna
when
happen
you play.
so
you
much
for
to me, and
$21.
it's gonna cause my character to slit his wrist. It'll be fun.
So
Oh,
I'm not
come
giving.
on,
I'm not
down.
giving any of their.
Jesus.
I'm not getting any of their normal opponents' Destiny draws, which is the ability to just kind of cheat and draw a good card out of your deck. But let's say you don't like these guys. You could give $2. I'm making it $2 so that it doesn't get spammed. You can give their opponent a Destiny draw. They will draw a good card out of their deck to be used on that next turn. So just kind of take that in. Any other amounts of money that you guys give, we'll be giving to we'll be giving them advantage. So just like the Nat 19 stream, if you guys just decide I don't want them to have dual points, I don't want them to have Destiny draws, just give them advantage on their next roll, basically, which means you guys roll twice and you take the higher roll. So with all of that being said, explaining duel monsters to people who don't know anything about duel monsters is really hard. So let's just say
The hardest part is pot of greed.
So let's just say they play cards and the bigger number wins.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I can't explain
It's
duel
like-
monsters to people who don't know it,
it's like
unfortunately.
Also,
War?
there's sometimes magic, but there is.
It's like
and then
War
people die.
and Poker, except nothing like that. It's like Magic the Gathering, except without the same rules. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, except more card-based.
You
Okay,
also
okay.
do
I'll
it
explain.
great.
I'll explain Yu-Gi-Oh. So everybody knows what it is. It's like Dungeon Dice Monsters without the dice.
Yo,
So a good version of Dungeon Dice Monsters.
I was a professional. Thank you very much.
I got really into that until people stopped caring.
So you mean when the game came out?
Didn't the last Dungeon Dice monster tournament happened around the same time as the last Digimon card game tournament.
But no, if we look over here to the actual dueling arena that we set up, they're not always going to be where they're sitting right now. They're just here right now so they could actually be in the game and have their colors. I'm going to be giving them hands over here as well, so that their actual names will be over here. But this is going to be the area where we decide duels and things of that nature. So let's just say that Jake is dueling. I could actually just kick Red out from this area and put myself there and just like duel like that. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be based on the anime rules, so they're each going to have 4,000 life points, except they're all honestly only going to have 30 cards in their deck, which is going to be interesting. So like higher or lower, except with Mushrooms and Anarchy. Exactly, Alamo Johnson, you get it. You completely get the game now.
That was pretty much my explanation, just with more words that aren't what I used.
Whenever they all come to Duel Academy, there's only one thing they all need to have on their spots now. They're all going to be getting a map. Bloop.
Oh, man.
Bloop.
Don't fucking lose.
There's a place you want to go, I could tell you.
I fucking knew you were gonna do that.
At this point, they all have their map. They can make it as big or as small as they want. If they ever decide they want to go somewhere, they'll be like, hey, we want to go there. You can see on the map, I'm going and using Anthony's as a kind of benchmark. The middle is the actual academy. There's a volcano up here.
Don't worry about that.
There's the beach. There is the port. The raw dorms, or the raw dorms, the Slifer dorms, the obelisk dorms, the female dorms, and a bunch of different areas around here that are just things that'll unlock to them as they figure out where things are. It's a very low res map, but that was kind of the point. It's kind of the point. Otherwise, I would have gave them all this. Otherwise, I would have gave them all the thing that's in the middle here. So, if anybody has any questions on how things are going to go, including the players, if you have anything else you want to ask me about what's going to be going on, please go ahead and bring it up.
Which way is north?
North is the direction of the volcano.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Fucking had it sideways, didn't you?
I mean, it's,
I had mine upside down, apparently.
North is
This
the direction
my
of the volcano.
now.
Why is yours so big, Anthony?
Because you can scale them, Will.
Blue, I have a
yeah,
song for the
why is it
maps.
like
Can I
at
link
the
it?
edge of the
Okay, go
table?
ahead and link it, Levy. Link the song for the maps.
No real reason. I just wanted it
Praise
there.
the volcano god.
I just kind of wanted it there, Will.
Can you,
I thought it was mine, big.
The volcano's fine, guys. Don't worry about the volcano. The volcano is safe. It's just, it's
I
just
made it-
really high up.
Offer
It
the
has
sad
actual
virgin
lava.
as a sacrifice. Praise the volcano god, Magnus.
Yeah, sure, I'll get right on
to
that.
this? It was in my fortune cookie.
You were going to be thrown down a fucking volcano today?
No, go kill yourself.
Okay, I'm done. I'm
Oh.
done looking at the map song.
Also, I hope you appreciate the name I gave you because I couldn't find a last name for you, Anthony.
Why?
Oh,
What did
God.
you give me?
Just look at your giant picture.
God damn it!
Oh,
No,
so look at
put the
this.
map under my stat.
Magnus.
Magnus Mag.
Jessica
Thanks.
Ashford, Tobias Crow, and Mikoto Yamaguchi. You're welcome. Okay, thank you, Levy. I don't know what I'd do without you, bud.
Live the life of Riley.
Tobias, get over
It is
here. We need to sacrifice the virgin.
You're right. Let's sacrifice them.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
See,
As long as it's for the greater good.
I mean,
okay.
if you want to think it like that.
And this is basically what I'm expecting from this game.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Oh shit! What happened?
Well, it looks like Tobias is
The
the one that got
island
eaten by the
wanted
volcano.
Toby instead. All hail the island. It hungered for Toby.
Hooray! I mean, oh no!
I'll get the reborn.
Fuck it.
Wow,
Island.
guys, Toby cured my depression.
Dude,
The island has
time,
chosen
I'm,
me.
you know that's great, Mikoto, but you still need to go down to the volcano.
True. Get back in there.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Sacrifice! Sacrifice!
Okay.
It's gonna be fine to me unless I nat one, and that's the only time I'm ever gonna realize somebody's doing something wrong.
Oh god. Even if here's the thing, like let me look at your stats here. Okay, good. You put a 1. You put a 1 in your.
If they botch, will I ever know that something is wrong? Otherwise, I will be blissfully unaware. I'll walk into Shadow Games with a smile.
There we go, guys. You at least put a 1 in the instinct. Jessica isn't completely stupid.
I'm not stupid. I have a 14 in knowledge. I'm just oblivious.
There you go. That's fine.
Just a quick question: are we getting another token, or is this about it?
Another token?
Are we getting anything else?
We are not going to be getting anything else until the actual game.
Okay.
The things that I've given you guys right now are everything you would have been given at the entrance ceremony. Oh, not the entrance ceremony, but the qualifiers. So everything you've been given right now is everything you guys qualified for. Other than that, you'll be giving everything else at the academy. The only thing you guys have right now that you shouldn't is honestly your decks.
All right.
Which means. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Oh, no! I was about to grab it too.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
We must sacrifice them both to get our cards back.
If we offer them to the volcano, maybe the duel gods will take mercy on our souls.
Which one of them should we be praising? All of them, or one of them?
I
or...
personally worship the great Obelisk the Torment.
I guess that makes sense. I'm with yellow.
Hello, little man.
Oh, Toby, you used natural male enhancement, didn't you? You fucking cheat.
It has awful side effects.
So
Like
I can already
awful
tell.
side effects.
I can already tell that in this game I'm gonna have to give you guys something to amuse yourselves before you destroy everything. So
Give us locks.
We are destructive gremlins. We are destructive gremlins, yeah.
Give us perfectly generic object. Yes! The
Yeah.
fountain!
The fountain of blood. You took all of them. It just instantly took them all.
There's so many on the floor. You're spoiling food.
Stop.
We can
Does
make
everybody
meat
have
way out
enough?
of all
Okay,
these
good.
cubes.
good. That's all you guys are getting ever. All right, so you just sent them flying over everything.
God damn it, give it back. No, my map!
You should lock that into place.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
All right. So with all of your things there, let's go ahead and go into my saved objects. Is there anything else I can show you guys as of right now? Because most everything else that I have for the game I have put in other folders. But I do have some things set up here that I can show. I could show your dad.
Yay!
I could show your dad, Jake.
Oh yeah, show them my dad. My dad's amazing.
All right, let's
He has
show off.
money.
Let's show off
Wow,
Daddy.
No.
Oh my God.
Let's show off Daddy
that's who
Ashford.
it is. That's right. That's who it is.
Here we go. Here's Daddy Ashford.
What do you know?
Oh yeah, and then
And then he gets crushed by the blocks.
By the perfectly generic
Daddy,
crash of
daddy,
89.
sacrifice.
Sacrifice. His perfect mustache will make a good offering.
oh, do you want to show
Sweetie, what has this island taught you? Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Oh, sweet.
Blue?
You learned
Blue,
how to
do
make
you wanna show-
negotiations.
We need tribute to some of the great Egyptian gods.
Do you want
That's
to?
in the
I
rule
got
book.
my money.
What's that, Matt?
My brother. What
You-
about my
you-
brother?
Oh, you have your brother? I don't see your brother in the chat.
Well, there goes all those.
Oh, man.
You want to link your brother in the DARP chat?
I in fact will. Let me grab him.
As soon as I figure out which one he is. That's all I'm hearing.
Oh my
I
god.
need to roll up.
Look at all these blocks.
Don't understand. I'm gonna do so many things with these.
These perfectly generic objects.
This is the
Oh,
only way you can make sure these guys actually do what they told. Anyway, what's going on? What's going on? Will?
Here you go.
Ta-da.
I found the face claim for my dad.
Oh.
More colors for the vomit pile.
Is it a fucking skeleton? It's a skeleton.
Fucking you didn't get to finish your thought.
Is it a skelly bones? It's a skelly bones.
Be sure to make a penis out of them, says Emerald.
I will make sure to.
Let's see
That was a
here.
link
Other
to the
things
bar.
other things I can show. Well, I mean, I guess you guys could possibly use these.
What are those?
Apparently, these are some useful commands you guys can use with your decks. Although, I'm not entirely sure how. I've not really tested them out myself. So here you guys go. Here's some index cards that apparently have useful commands. I haven't tested them out to make sure they work, but there you go. I gave them each to you guys.
Could have figured this out if you kept our fucking decks out.
Ah, now I have to reorganize everything. See.
You're going to be getting more stuff in the actual game anyway. I don't know why you made your picture that big.
Because
Alright,
there's so much
player
blank space. I'll
cards.
shrink the picture later. No! No!
I had some other NPCs I could show off that I have in here. But other than that, I also have
The more you focus, the more it
cards.
lags.
and more cards. Ding ding. Oh yeah, I only have 2 that I can show off right now. That's right. So, with that, if nobody has any other questions, if anybody has any questions in the chat, is there anything you guys want to do in the last 10 minutes of the stream? Oh,
I have a question.
hold on a second. Emerald just donated $1. No one knows what
fuck,
Pot of
your
Greed
cards.
does.
No one.
That's true.
No one knows what Pot of
knows
Greed
what
does.
That guy gets it.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that since you didn't put anything in there, Emerald, that that's going to be going to $1 toward the one of the enemies having a destiny draw. So,
That's $2.
That's
Well, I mean,
$2, you cheating
$1
fuck.
down, so one more dollar and the enemy gets a destiny draw.
Clearly, everyone wants to give me all the destiny draws.
Pot of
And-
Greed,
and
what does it
also,
do?
I
Well, do you guys want the joking answer or do you want the actual answer?
Don't mess with all the cubes at once. That's making the room lag super hard. Like nigh unmovable.
I cleared the cubes on the ground for a reason.
Hey, give me back.
Sacrifice the giant one.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
So, Pot of Greed. I got nothing else for that. Someone else fucking do it.
It's a pot of greed.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
Pot of
destiny
Greed
draws to
is-
the enemy. Fucking.
Pot of Greed is kind of like, how do I explain it?
It's like Pot of Average. It's not as good.
Oxus in Hearthstone?
I mean, I would honestly think the Pot of Greed was much better than Pot of Avarice.
He doesn't know. I'm trying to mislead him. God damn it, Blue.
There's an actual answer? You know what Pot of Greed does? Tell me! I can
Pot of
see!
Greed lets-
I can fight!
Well, Pot of Greed gives you 4,000 life points.
It does not.
So I gave you the picture, Blue. Can you make my brother?
Okay, let me see your picture here.
Don't do it.
Oh my fucking... Oh right, that is your brother, isn't it?
Was that a real thing? He
Yes,
said? I
it
thought that was a joke.
No, he
It's
admits
not.
his brother before.
Kill me. Just kill me.
Oh god. Alright, let's put your brother on here. Let's go ahead and come over here and then put down your brother.
Is he part of the fucking...
Hey, what's up,
Academy?
Guido?
He's a pro. He's not a. He was in Duel Academy. He graduated.
Let's go ahead and make your bro,
Oh, I
man.
didn't know that I could hover over. Oh, I didn't know I could do that command. That's
Everybody
cool.
knows his name.
I wish I didn't. Fuck.
Here we go. I made it. Hey, yo,
Yeah,
look,
we
it's
really fucking
it's your bro, Guzma.
It's your bro.
Oh god.
Fucking kill me.
I can't wait for the epic episode where my dad fights off with his bro.
Stupid.
Bro.
Y'all are stupid.
Thank you. Can you please take him
How
forward?
dare you talk to my daughter like that?
Apparently,
with the
everyone
power of
apparently Tobias's bro is Guzma. Don't you say fuck you to me, fuck you to Red. He's the one that said it's his brother.
Why? That's all I see is why. I gotta agree a little bit.
Because
It's
it's
your-
his bro.
It's your bro.
There we go.
And his name is Axel, yo.
How?
You know, Axel was actually a
Axel
name. You know,
Crow.
Axel was actually a name in GX, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you get memorized?
His name's not Axel anymore.
I mean, I thought Axel Crow was neat. Yeah.
Well, sucks. Do your research.
There's a lot of names.
Lee, committed to
I
memory.
stole my name from something most people don't know. Know a goddamn thing
Guzma, the
about.
Alola guy with the sacred bug.
You only took that name because I told you to do it.
Yes.
Emerald says, "Fuck you, Red. This isn't what I gave you tabletop for."
You didn't give me any specific reason.
just don't worry about it, Emerald. We'll say that your dollar is for the first opponent that Red has.
No.
Yes. The tutorial fight, he gets like 4 Destiny draws.
And there goes all of the fucking cubes.
Again, and there's the lag. Fuck.
I got rid of most of them. There shouldn't be too much lag.
I don't know why I'm lagging a little bit.
It's
Yeah,
just
I-
tabletop.
I'll
Tabletop
get to this
lags.
point.
So,
Daddy, no!
Teddy, yeah.
Daddy, yeah.
It's okay, Snookums. I paid someone to do it for me. 100 against Red, says Guido. Can you just imagine, like, somebody freaking donates 100 just to every opponent that Red has?
Just Red's first duel, he's gonna have to fight the twins, and they're just gonna start with Gabe Guardian on the field.
This one donates $100. It's 50 Destiny draws against Red. It's the game's
Yeah.
over.
Just my brother, but it's just my brother, man.
You can't choose
you
your
know what they
family.
say
You
about-
did.
You know what they say about the sins of the brother.
Hey, put down those.
Nothing.
See,
Exactly.
it could have been worse.
It's
It was either
yeah, it's
him,
free raid for anyone who wants to
it was
donate
either
$2.
Guzma, or I forget his name from Lazy Town, the We Are Number One guy.
Oh my god.
I would have felt better with the fucking that guy.
Are
We
you
are
sure
number
with
one.
that shit?
Oh my fucking
Don't forget,
god.
guys, he was number 1.
He would use no trauma deck. Yeah, Robbie Ron, that's his name.
Robbie Rodden in all
You
capitals.
you don't know why you know that? Because it's awesome. That's why you know that.
Because he is number one.
I only know since Finn explained the meme to me.
Memes.
All right, so we're gonna end the stream in just a little bit. As soon as we have Squeaky telling us that she wants to start her stream at some point. So does anybody have any other questions before we leave off here? Anybody in the actual chat or any of the players? Do you guys have any other questions or anything you guys want me to show you? Because I could show you guys. I have 2 NPCs that I have right now that I could show you guys. I'm only gonna show one out of the 2 of them to the actual players though. So if you guys want
Can I
to.
see my rival?
If you guys want to, I could show off one of the 2 NPCs I have prepared for that. If you guys want to, I could show off the one other deck that I have prepared. It's just whatever you guys want to do. I just got back. We're
I
gonna
don't
end the
wanna see
stream.
the
I'm
deck.
sorry.
That
I'm
feels
sorry,
like
Guido.
cheating.
I'm sorry, Guido.
That's- I don't want to see the decks. That's cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, just the people.
Just when it comes to trading, we're just gonna be able to. If it's like I buy a pack and I'm like, man, I got this really awesome dragon card. Here you go, Anthony.
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool. Have this really awesome
Or you could
fireweed.
actually, trade him.
Magnus.
Or you could actually trade
Just
him
the
for.
one man.
Here's the thing. You could actually trade him for other cards or for duel points as well.
Okay.
I have a
But
question.
it's-
Does Mr. Yelunger have Karate Burger? He has Karate Man and Hungry Burger, yes. He has the Karate Burger combo.
Now, can I make someone trade me a card for their shoe?
What was that?
Can I get? So when I'm trading, can I just tell them to give me their shoes
Yes.
instead of a real card?
Yes. If you want to be stupid, you can do that. Yes.
Have we not established that this is going to be some of the most retarded shit ever?
Well, Levy, I will say that I haven't actually made a card called Karate Burger, but he has both of those cards in his deck.
It's gonna be gloriously stupid. I love it already.
All right, then if you guys want me to show off any of the NPCs, like the actual players are saying to, I will show off one of the two of them, and I'll let the chat decide which one of these two that I should show off.
This thing has the best name.
So I have one of two of these characters that I can show them, and I can say a little bit about them, but not a lot. I can say a little bit about them. One of these two. Which ones do you guys in chat think I should show them? This is as big as I can get it without actually bringing them out, unfortunately. So you guys will have to just see them from there. And as you can see below them, the color that they have below them is actually what dorm they're in.
Good organization.
Levy says I should show that one. Anybody want to go against Levy? Blob number 3. Oh, there is no blob number 3, Guido, unfortunately.
Yeah, someone to one.
The only reason I chose these two characters, by the way, guys, is because they are very inconsequential if you see them before the actual game happens. All right, we're gonna go with this one then. We're gonna show off Raw. You guys want to see Raw?
Raw.
Yeah, here we go.
God, the card, or
Here we go.
That's it. Oh,
Aww.
You guys get to see Raw.
she's just precious. What's the catch?
I wanna
no.
hug her.
Sacrifice.
And then she'll stab me in the eye.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice to the giant Guzma.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Why is there a giant Guzma?
That's precisely the correct response.
He is the god of the volcano.
Note to self: never or always give Jake a volcano.
Sacrifice.
I'm so happy I found the document current version of him.
So, this is Raw. And as you can tell, she wears a lot of yellow, but like I said before, the bottom thing is the dorm they're in.
Ironic.
So you see that she is actually in the red dorm. And I will say this right now, Raw is not her actual name.
It's fine. She's just the mega space chicken reincarnated.
Oh, nice
Sure,
chicken.
her parents wouldn't call her that, like the god.
Note for the future, the volcano needs a lid.
There is already a lid for it. It's the god of why.
The god of why.
Any crews have a strong
I'm just gonna leave that there.
Guido, there
I don't
you
think
go.
I'll ever notice it.
Guido guessed it. So basically, this character wants to be a Raw, but she's a Slifer. And I will say, just so everybody knows, this is her last year at the academy.
Oh, she's third year?
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
She's so tiny.
It's fine. She'll live out her dreams vicariously through me and how great I am.
She wants to be a
Daddy
Raw.
Ashford and Guzma staring at each other lovingly.
There's nothing wrong with his eyes.
He likes a lot of people. He's a very loving person.
How do I make the thing bow?
But yes, she called her name that she's going by in the academy is Raw, and she wants to be a Raw, but she's in Slifer, and this is her last year at the academy. Oh my God, what's going on over here?
This is incredibly
Cannot
passionate.
defeat a god.
That wasn't defeating a god. They were looking at each other passionately, and then you ruined the heights.
Levy, can you donate to Raw? You can donate to whatever character you want.
It's just gonna keep
I had
happening.
to scroll out. Whoa.
Oh my fucking god.
But I will also
The
say she
volcano.
uses
The first
a
volcano
deck that I'm not gonna say the actual cards out loud, but she uses a deck that goes with her liking a Raw. If you get my drift.
Sonic Chick in it.
No, it's
There's no Sonic Chick. I quit.
She's really into that aspect of the things. The Ra. She's electric.
Oh, man,
No.
is she gonna have the
She
is
doesn't
she
use
gonna have the
electric yet.
Hamatori chicken, the really fat yellow chicken, because it kind of looks like a really deformed Ra?
No, they don't have any bad cards like you guys do.
Oh, right off.
So they have blue eyes, red eyes, winged chicken, and raw.
But no,
Yeah,
she
blue
has
eyes, red
a
eyes.
she has a fire deck.
Silver
That is
eyes.
right, Guido. She has a fire deck.
That means we have to be friends so she could burn me.
So she can burn your
I mean,
insects.
I think we're just gonna be doing that normally. So I don't think you need a specific.
No,
friend.
no, physically burn, not mentally. That's you guys.
I don't know how I feel about you. Besides concerned and depressed.
I will say though, Guido, she is a third year. You guys are first. That's true, but she is still a slifer.
Senpai.
She's stuck in Slifer for a reason.
I love how he's the god of why.
Wait, so she's our Chumley.
Basically, yes. Look at how chumly she is.
I can tell.
I want us to be friends or rivals, and I want her to hate me. But in the kind of way that she actually, like...
It's fine. She'll hate all of
pranks
you.
me out. Yeah.
You capable of being happy?
Like, at all. Like, a little bit. Look, just go pet a cat or something. Holy shit.
I'm petting a cat, thank you very much.
Now, why are you so depressingly sad?
Oh, but a cat. My father liked cats.
God damn it.
That actually does bring up something, Guido. I have actually mentioned this to the players, but I haven't mentioned it to you guys. Basically, depending on your relationships with different characters, they can give you cards. Whether that be cards from their decks or cards from their collections. Which means you guys don't just have to get cards by beating people. You could also get cards by just talking with people and becoming friends.
Via friendship.
They could be all like,
The
hey,
fire-
they could be all like, hey, I'm your friend and you're my friend and you have a really hard time winning duels, so here's this awesome dragon card that I have.
Here,
best
have
friend
the
ever.
winged dragon of Ra. Why do you have this?
I have the winged dragon of Ra in my deck, but it's a counterfeit, so...
I feel
Oh,
her
So
fire
if you use it's gonna
be
fucking
great
kill
in
you?
my-
Yeah, that's why I don't use it, though.
Here's an awesome
But you
dragon
seem
card.
desperate and stupid.
So,
Well, I am.
I really want to see someone use it, so here.
I mean, I guess, thanks.
And then you play it, and she just fucking laughs as your soul gets taken from you.
It didn't take their soul, it just struck them with lightning.
Yeah, well, you know.
She gave me raw. not
It's your
boring
birthday,
colors.
have basic insect.
I don't think they'll go after Matzel though, because I think they're on a diet and don't need junk food.
It was mentioned that you were considering that before, so I'm interested in how you're going to structure that. Basically, again, it's just so that these guys have options, because I'm guessing they're not all gonna stick with the same decks I gave them in the very beginning. So the more cards they get, the better for them. Not to mention, they also have the option of if they get a bunch of really bad cards from packs that they don't want, they can give up cards to get duel points. So that is going to be something. You guys could literally, like, if let's say you guys have like 10 extra cards you're not going to ever use, whatever, you could literally like take them over to like this gotcha machine in the fucking the card shop, put all 10 of them in there and get like a duel point back.
Now that you say it out loud, I haven't realized how much the gotcha machine sounds like a kidnapping machine.
Gotcha.
What the fuck was that crashing noise?
don't worry.
Don't
Okay.
worry. Just Red's like, don't worry about it, guys.
Well, he said not to worry about it, Roll Instinct 2. It's all fine.
It's all perfectly fine. He probably just got like a promotion and not stabbed.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
I've only noticed.
So there are fucking cards too, Kinky. I mean, have you seen Dark Magician Girl?
I mean, hey, it looks like he did get promoted. His white belt became a red belt.
I hate you so much.
Here, kid, test out the gotcha machine. Get in the bed.
Oh man, are these like FNAF robots?
It's not like I have a hostage behind me, Red.
Yeah.
Get in the bag.
these mechanical arms just popping out of the machine and just throwing you in.
Is this a kidnapping or a Team Rocket ploy?
All right. I'm gonna
No
go
wonder
ahead and
it's sad.
message Squeaks and see if she's gonna stream tonight.
Hey, a new guy! Did you know the Bandit Thieves? Ryuji!
Hey, Jake Jensen. Well, thanks a lot for the sub, man. We're basically near the end of this stream, but thanks a lot for subbing. I'm probably gonna have to get some like new sub and donation things for the Yu-Gi-Oh streams, but I don't know if I can actually do that because right now that's all Persona related.
Okay, make sure that one of them is Toon World.
Toon World.
Oh, that's normal, you
Or,
guys.
or just that build up to the song. The
One of them's just like whenever we get a new subscriber, it's just all you guys chanting sacrifice, and it's just a picture of the volcano.
Sacrifice.
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 I like this.
Well, we have a lot of tribute cards. Leave us alone.
I don't know who you are, but I will draw Monster Cardo.
No, I know what it needs to be. What does pot of greed do?
I'm not gonna be taking jokes from other people.
I thought that was just a general meme making fun of the show.
No.
Really?
Do.
Nope.
But yeah, here are three NPCs. Everybody's already got their stuff done, which is doing the pretty goods. Is there any other questions before we end things off, guys? Anything about your characters? Anything about the cards that I gave you guys? Anything about anything?
So,
Anything
I
about
will
your
know
stats
my
that you don't entirely understand?
Do you regret your decision to include all of us?
I regretted that as soon as I announced this game.
Fantastic. I'm ready.
Should we assume my character doesn't actually have a tie? I'm worried if he does have a tie.
You can wear whatever
I
you want.
don't-
Here's the thing: we're all assuming that you're going to be in your. We're all assuming that you're going to be in your Duel Academy uniforms.
So, just an analogy so I understand this -3 physique and 1 in instinct.
What about it, man?
It's just like, I mean, like you said, like 2 is just like your average at this year, at your age.
So -3 in physique literally means you're not going to be doing anything.
you're in a wheelchair.
You're not in a wheelchair, but you're gonna
That's a
get
negative
you're gonna
four.
get winded. You're gonna get winded pretty easily if anything happens to you that hurts you. You're gonna get things are not gonna be amazing for you.
Okay, so I'm the person who falls over every time they get attacked by monsters.
Yes.
That might be an inconvenience during the bank heist.
So do the
pretty-
Slifer girls have their own dorm? No, they barely have the Slifers barely have a dorm. So no, they do not have their own dorm.
What they have is a renovated outhouse.
The Slifers barely have a dorm, let alone a dorm just for the girls.
They have a tool shed.
The apartment my mother and I got once my father passed away and we didn't have enough income.
I'm going to drown you. I'm going to drown you in the ocean, and no one will ever find you.
Guido, what was the original question? I'm trying to get the thing up so I can see in the chat.
He's trying to get the stupid out of this, so we can actually answer questions.
Is who fucking anemic?
I think they're talking about me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you are completely anemic.
Jake, why?
Because I like to live life
Oh,
on the edge
there
and
we go,
not
Levy.
cowards like
How
you.
long do you oh, stream down? Is stream down? No, it looks like stream's up for me.
Yeah, it's running for me.
Weirdo.
But I will answer your question though, Levy. How long do you think the streams will run? We'll probably run anywhere, just around 3-ish hours, I think. We may end up going a little bit further. Most of the games that I run for people run around 4 hours, but for the actual stream, we'll probably run around like 3-ish hours. We may go over or under depending on the actual day though. Looking through the things.
So can we pull some like Kaiba stuff with our cards? You know, someone points a gun at us, we flip
What's
the
your
card,
dexterity?
it goes into the
You trying to be a fucking cool guy?
You cannot. You
Yeah,
have a
cool
3 in
guy like
dexterity.
Kyra?
You can't.
What if I make that a 5?
Then
Do you have a 10 in dexterity? No? Then no.
Well, I know what I'm working towards.
What?
Because
Why
I
would we
will
s-
fight with my cards. Thank you very much.
Just get a gun.
24
Or
hours of
so.
D&D, but the rest are all
Or
are,
not.
are in real time. The rest are in real
I
time,
need
yes.
a gun.
Anthony, there's no reason to get a gun in this world. I mean, you've seen how Kyra can stop a gun with a
Yeah,
car.
that's what I'm saying. I only need cards.
Sacrifice, sacrifice.
Yeah.
Ah, my blue eyes white summoning
Oh my
hand!
Wadapod. I can't wait to get that and not give it to you.
Oh, fuck you.
It's a light monster, man.
I mean,
It's
right,
also a dragon, man.
having brought that up, if you guys do get cards that coincide with each other's decks, you can totally just not give. You don't have to trade them to each other either.
Well, I still really like dragon cards.
Wow, suddenly you can go eat dicks.
You don't have to trade them
But
to each
they
other.
love
That
my
just depends on how.
dragon.
That just depends on how much you like each other at that point.
I think we're gonna get. I think honestly we're gonna get along swimmingly.
We have gathered here today to say goodbye to our friend, Sad Virgin. Now let us all give the complimentary chant as he descends into the darkness of lava.
I don't know if that's his real name,
I
but
shouldn't
okay.
have used the gotcha machine, especially since it had a sticker of you on the side.
Sacrifice.
Stop talking.
Both of us.
No,
That's
you
nice.
threw the sun at me.
That's the moon, you idiot. You fucking throw me
It's
the
ball.
lava.
That is
Well,
true,
the
Guido. You
sun
guys could
hit
be
me
nice
with
and
the
not
sun.
assholes. Hold the blue eyes white
We
dragon
could.
hostage. Make them sell their souls to obtain it.
Fuck you, he doesn't have the seal of Orichalcos yet. None of us do.
All right.
Be nice about it.
The last thing that I want to go over, since I still haven't got any word from Squeaky, is the last thing that we are going to show off is the Destiny Draw mechanic. So I have 4 Destiny Draw decks right here. Do not touch.
Okay.
No one touch. Go away. Go away. At this point, these all have cards from the player's decks in them. We'll go to the guinea pig's deck since we always do.
Yeah.
The actual decks have 30 cards in them. Get away. Go away, guinea pig. The actual decks have 30 cards in them. I have 8 of these cards right here. 8 of what I considered the strongest cards in his deck. Now, we see that they're all here. They're all really nice. They're all really, really good cards. So let's say that he's dueling. Let's just say. Let's say he's dueling and you guys haven't completely screwed him over with the with the things yet.
That's a big assumption right there.
Let's say you guys haven't already completely screwed him over by donating enough money to have all of his opponents have Destiny draws against him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be great, so don't do it.
He's in a pinch. He has 500 life points left. With those 500 life points, there's only one thing in his deck that can save him. And all of these 8 cards are still in his deck.
Oh, Jama Green.
He goes to roll. He uses his 1 Destiny draw. What this means is that he can then choose to draw from this deck instead of his 30 card deck he has. He rolls.
Get.
He gets a nat 20. Ooh.
Oh!
Now.
Onwards.
Anything from 1 to 9. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Anything from 1 to 9, fuck him. He can't use this deck. Anything from any roll that he makes from a 1 to a 9, he cannot use this deck. He has to roll regularly. And he does not use his Destiny draw. Anything from 10 to 18, he can then draw 1 card from the top of the Destiny draw deck. And it's like, ta-da! He gets his strongest card, Soul of Purity and Light. That's gonna change the tables on him. If it's a nat 20 or a 19, both of those considered critting in actual D&D, he can search the Destiny draw deck. And when he searches the Destiny draw deck, he can choose any card from it and draw it. That is what is happening with the Destiny draw mechanic. Basically, Heart of the Cards bullshit from the actual show. He draws this instead. Holy shit, I got my soul of purity and light. I'm so amazing. Look how great I am. But we all know.
I did get a 20 after all.
19s have been crits in games before. I believe it was back in 3.5. But anyway, if you get a 19 or a 20, you will be able to look through the deck. If you get anything before that, so I think I said like 1 to 9, but I'm probably gonna make it like 11 to 18 you can draw from the deck, and 1 to 10 you cannot do anything. So half of the time you're not gonna be using the deck. The Destiny draw mechanic is only for those who believe. So let's go ahead and throw this 3 more times. So out of 3 times trying to use this, first roll is a 2, he does not use it. Next roll is a 10, he uses it. I think, yes. Next roll is a 2 again, he does not use it. So that's how the Destiny draw mechanic is going to work, just so that we don't have it to where it is completely broken. I've only seen you in the Schmucks D&D, I don't have any experience. I think, yeah, 3.5, we had it to where 19 was a crit. I'm not sure if that was actual rules or just my DM doing it, but whenever I was doing 3.5, it was a crit there.
It was certain characters, I think. I think like warriors had it, like certain weapons.
Mm-hmm. But that is how I'm doing the game right now. So if they get a 19 or a 20, a nat 19 or a nat 20, then they will be able to use their Destiny draw by looking through their Destiny decks. I'm going to be giving these. I'm going to be having them update these decks as they get new cards. But the first Destiny draw decks that have been made by me. So as they get new cards, they can update this as however much they want to implement new strategies and all kinds of good stuff. Could you increase a luck stat to increase your Destiny draw? No. However, you are going to be able to increase your Destiny draw in other ways. Maybe if dual spirits get implemented, you'll see what those other ways are. Maybe.
Ooh.
Who's to say?
I can't wait for my man-eater bug to want me to kill my family, then realize that half of them is dead already. And
You're getting basic incest.
Yep, you're getting a basic bitch.
It's all smoke and mirrors and holographics.
There are other things that are going to be able to increase the Destiny draw, so do not worry. There are going to be other things that can work with it. None of the opponents that I have right now, Maneater, Will has it. It's in his insect deck. None of the opponents that I have made right now in the early part of the game will ever use Destiny draws unless you guys give them money to use it. So basically, unless you want to screw these guys over. Because let's face it, they can't win all their duels.
I mean, we could try.
Give it the old target attempt. Old child try.
I just imagine this happening. Incest gargling?
I think he meant insect.
Incest gargling?
What are you doing with Kuzma, Matt?
What are you doing with the god of why?
The great god of why?
What? Good God, why? Oh God, why?
Also known
Look at
as,
stuff.
as a massive dork.
Who's a massive dork? Is it me?
Well, Emerald, it might be impossible to win every duel, but you know we could still. It's possible.
You guys are going to be keeping up with your wins and losses again, and all your wins and losses are going to be counted towards your total grade in the end during your exam. So it's like, oh, you perfected everything in all the tests, and you have amazing cards, but you've never won a single duel. Get back to Slifer.
You never won a single duel. How is that physically possible?
Because God hates me, apparently.
You're going to get expelled.
Get out of my fucking school.
You're cheating.
God just hates me, I swear.
As Crawford is like, excellent.
But you guys did bring up an interesting thing. So lately in my games, I only just now thought about this because we're near the end. Lately in my games, I don't have a luck stat. I've been doing it like this so that basically, I'm trying to figure out a new way to do luck. But if I ever tell them to roll luck, it's just roll me a d20. That's what luck is in this game. It's just roll me a d20. Just, you can't increase luck. It's just, I don't know, man. Roll me luck. Whoop. Does a 6 win? No, a 6 does not win. Your luck is terrible. Shut the fuck up.
I assume that was an impersonation of Anthony.
It is.
Okay, first of all, Will, that was a terrible impression of me. Second of all, Will, shut the fuck up.
But yes, if I tell them to ever roll me luck, just know that they're just rolling a d20. So boop, and they get a 10. Good for them.
Do we all get separate dice?
Yes, you all have your own separate dice.
Yay.
Just like you will all probably have your own separate blocks. All right. Any more questions at all? Chirp, chirp, chirp. Cricket, cricket noise. Cricket, cricket noise.
Hey, the sun god.
Is mayonnaise an Egyptian god?
Sacrifice tonight.
Does anyone accept the mission? Does anyone
Mayonnaise is
accept the
not an
mission to help
Egyptian
Raw
god.
get into Raw? Does anyone here
No.
accept the mission to help Raw get into Raw, guys?
Sure,
Believe
I'll
in her
help,
as her
Senpai.
friend.
Absolutely. Who?
Let's help the Senpai, Chum-Lee.
Don't worry, we'll get you off this island yet.
Wah,
what we're
wah,
doing?
wah,
Oh no,
wah.
I probably want to.
I mean, she can still graduate as a slifer.
Sure, Chum-Lee did.
But by the time we're done, she'll probably be
Did
maybe
he
not
graduate?
the-
I thought he left early to go work at.
And-
He did leave early.
Solutions.
He
He
did
did.
leave early.
Out of character for a second. My character will probably be depressed in the beginning, but I do plan for him to develop into a happier character.
Guido
Thanks,
calls.
fuck.
Guido said Emoto.
You act like that's possible for you.
Guido says Emoto senpai. Little sister senpai.
Please no.
The right interactions is completely possible.
No.
I'm gonna make you kill yourself.
Yeah, you are a fucking dead
You
man.
found your motivation through the game.
Just make this
Kill.
one Slifer red so sad.
Kill
So
the
endlessly
Japanese
sad.
guy.
Oh my god, look at this dork and his dorky bugs.
There.
Like, who even uses a bug deck?
A lot of people actually in the pro
Someone's
circuit.
got a lolly fetish. I mean,
You know,
I don't know what you're talking about.
my dad and I did bug catching a lot, so I thought insects were kind of cool.
I don't care.
Guido
Well,
says she
people
could have
with
skipped a
roses.
few grades.
I could have. I probably offended you in some way.
I love
Why are
You
you
did.
so spineless? Tell her to shut the fuck up.
Nerdy Magnus, help me dunk the nerd in the toilet.
Why? I'm sure
Help
he'd
me
do that
dunk the
himself.
nerd in the toilet. So who are
So
who are Guzma and Joestar in this canon? So Guzma is
Oh, yeah, I added
Tobias's
this too.
Tobias's older brother apparently, who is
That's
a
my
pro who is
bro.
a pro duelist.
Who used
And Joestar here is Daddy Ashford, which is Jake's daddy.
My daddy's the best. He's got a lot of money. I keep hearing stories about how people hate him for ruining their lives, but I don't mind.
He didn't ruin my life.
Daddy made my life great.
Yeah.
I had
I
the
wa-
best berry deck ever.
I wanted your daddy to ruin my life, but no. A lot of them were too intense.
That's fine. I'm still gonna dunk you in the toilet like no tomorrow. You're gonna fucking drown in swirly.
Sacrifice. Turns out, your dad.
Who labeled this toilet volcano? Don't worry about it. Move aside.
Sacrifice, sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Wow.
Come on, Magnus, help me bully the nerd.
All
My
right.
name is not Magnus Magnus.
So as
What's
of
your
right
last
now,
name?
Don't
now,
worry
nobody
about
has
that.
asked what time we're going to be doing the game. So I will bring that up before we end the game. If there are any more questions, be sure to ask them while I am doing this. So this should be near the end of the stream, guys. We will be coming back to this on Thursday. Thursday around a good time for you guys were around like 5 or 6, right? What do
Yeah,
you guys think?
I'm good whenever.
Probably 6 if my sleep schedule is gonna be this way.
Okay.
Yeah, this nerd doesn't wake up on time.
So we will be starting things a little bit later than we usually do on Thursdays. We'll be starting everything at 6 o'clock, just so that we can make sure that everybody can fucking wake up and be available. So,
I am the knight.
just
No,
so
you're really not.
I bring this up. Everybody here, Thursday, which is in 2 days,
Yes.
at 6 o'clock
AM or PM?
p.m.
You.
Central or Eastern Standard Time?
Eastern Standard Time.
You got it, Anthony?
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't actually writing anything down.
Okay.
All
Don't
right.
be late again.
All right.
Oh, fuck you!
You have the
Anthony, I
least
know what
room
you're-
to talk.
Anthony, I know what your last name is
Don't you fucking dare.
because your first name's gonna be 7mm.
All right, so with that, nobody asked any more questions in the chat while I was doing that. Nobody here seems to have any more questions. So, I think we're going to be ending things off here, guys. If there's anything else you guys want to know about this game, it is going to be starting on Thursday. We'll be answering more questions then, but we are going to be going straight into the game on Thursday. We'll have a single break near the middle of it to answer any questions or chat with other people. We are going to be having the chat up at all times in case people want to say anything to us, but most of the time, we will be ignoring people just to have the game going. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, or wisecracks about the game, or about my channel, or about anything else in particular, put them in the comments below. Go ahead and go into the Discord in the description below if you guys want to talk to us on a more semi-regular basis. You'll also see us go live on Thursday if you look into the DARP chat, which is Duel Academy RP. DARP. So... Upon having all that done, does anybody have anything else to say before we end things off? All right then, until next time. Until next time, guys. Until next time, guys. Later days.
Bye.
This is gonna be glorious.
I smell a train wreck.
I smell.